Hello, everybody. My name is Ryan Koki of the Seahawk Recap Show, and welcome back to the channel. Day 3 of free agency had a lot of Seahawks news in it. So, without me rambling on too much more in the intro, let's get in and recap this day 3 of 2026 free agency for your Seattle Seahawks. If you like these videos, please let me know by leaving a like. It lets me know if I'm doing a good job with these videos or not. And if you would like to, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more future Seahawks content. That would be greatly appreciated as more videos will come out as the offseason is just kicking off. As we get to the Seahawks day 3 report for free agency, we have no departures to talk about, so we get right into the retained slash signed players, and they are all retained here. Let's talk first about lineman wing tackle Josh Jones. Now, the details of this contract are yet to come, but we know through initial reports that it's a 1 year deal for Josh Jones. And honestly, when looking at this deal, that is perfect. That is a sneaky good move. For those of you who are not Seahawks fans potentially watching this video, you will look at this and go, "Oh, it's just a 1 year deal on a backup." Well, Josh Jones is actually the swing tackle for this team, so that's a very, very useful player. Also, when Charles Cross went down at left tackle this year, he missed a couple of games here and there through injury, and Josh Jones actually held up pretty darn well. I believe he was a former Texan, if I remember correctly, last year. So picking up Josh Jones on a 1 year contract, I'm okay with that. I think he is a suitable backup, and we know he can start games for this team if needed. Next, we get to long snapper Chris Stoll. This contract is actually given to us in full. $2.905 million for 2 years, $1.145 million per year. And Chris Stoll, a lot of people are like, I saw when he was signed, and people were like, "Oh, who's this?" Well, he's a long snapper. For anyone who doesn't know what a long snapper is in the NFL, that's the guy that usually, when you see field goals happen, he's the guy that snaps the ball to the holder, and then the field goal kicker kicks it. And he is very vital to this special teams unit. I would say he's one of the best long snappers in the league. He came in 3 years ago, and that is very important for him. I like that the Seahawks are keeping all three of their main special teamers in Michael Dixon, Jason Myers, and now Chris Stoll in this system for Jay Harbaugh. That is amazing to see, and it's a pretty decent contract. Uh, I would say for a 3rd year long snapper. Now we get to the man of the hour, wide receiver, fan favorite, Jake Bobo. And I put asterisks under his name because of this reason. He gets $3.52 million for 1 year. That's his RFA tender qualifying offer. So he is not officially signed yet. He can still be negotiating with other teams in free agency, but the Seahawks do hold his rights, so they have the ability to match. And if this happens, Jake Bobo is going to sign in 2026 to this contract. It'll be $3.52 million. I actually don't mind this contract. I'm not as high on Jake Bobo as a lot of Seahawks fans are. I think he is a pure vibes guy. I think, you're bringing him in for the vibes. He'll catch a couple passes for you a year, but I think now that I've had more time to adjust to the feeling of Jake Bobo potentially getting this 1 year contract, he's actually a pretty darn good blocker for this wide receiver core. He does throw the body around, so I'm happy with him staying if he does decide to stay a Seahawk. And The last one on this list is safety AJ Finley. Now, these details are yet to come, but we know it's a 1-year deal. And with AJ Finley, for those of you who don't know who AJ Finley is, you can be forgiven for not knowing who he is because he didn't play all of last year in 2025 due to injury. Now, he did show a lot of promise in off-season training camp last year. Sadly, he got taken out with an injury. I can't remember the injury off the top of my head, but it was said that he was going to potentially make the 53-man roster this year on the Super Bowl winning team if he wasn't injured. It was between him and Ty Okada, and with Ty Okada not being injured, they signed Ty Okada to the 53-man roster to back up Kobe Bryant. Now, with Kobe Bryant gone to the Bears a couple of days ago, we're probably looking at a Ty Okada, Nicky Memori, and AJ Finley position battle for who will make that strong safety position to help with Julian Love on the back end, because I expect that Nicky Memori will play as the box safety for this team when it comes to the 2026-2027 season. So yeah, I really like all these moves today. And I know some Seahawks fans I've seen are very wishy-washy about how this free agency has gone for the Seahawks. They've seen a lot of our players like Kenneth Walker, Kobe Bryant, Boya Mafe. They've seen them go to other teams. And when you look at, no external free agents, the Seahawks are the only team right now that have not signed an external free agent from the free agent market just yet. But I will remind you that John Schneider is putting in a lot of work to re-sign the guys that are very important to this team. With the AJ Finley signing, again, I'm really hyping this guy up because not a lot of Seahawks fans know who this guy is. Mike McDonald must know something. John Schneider must know something about AJ Finley, trying to give him a chance and giving him a contract. So, again, I'm gonna say this: trust the process. I really think this team can go back-to-back Super Bowls, and as a Seahawks fan, I know, saying that on in March during free agency is very bold of me to suggest that, but I really do think that we should trust the process here and wait for the draft, because that's where I think John Schneider really shines. Anyways, that is it for this day 3 free agency video. Leave your comments in the comment section down below. What do you think about the players that were retained today by the Seahawks? And I can't wait to see how free agency continues on, and then we've got the draft to look forward to. Anyways, take care of yourselves. Go Hawks, go! And I will see you in the next video. Stay tuned for more content to come very soon.